It's time again for the Science Bowl.
Zoo parade for 5. What big teeth the hippo has are actually a pair of these. Science potpourri for 10. Would a snake most likely eat every day? Every week, Dateline Science for 10. Why are some elephants wearing necklaces these days? Green things for 15.
And now, here's your host, Mr. Z himself, Dave Zarin.
Thank you and welcome to the Science Bowl. This is it, the elementary school final. We started this year with 32 schools. We're down to the final two. Two great schools today. Who will be the new champion? We'll find out in just a moment. Play along with us today. See how many of these questions you get right. Our teams today, our first finalist, Templeton Elementary School, represented today by Dustin and Kong and Debbie, wearing those matching yellow shirts. What a great team they are. They are our defending champion. And they're playing against the second finalist, Yorktown Elementary School, represented today by Phaedra and Jocelyn and Ron Gabriel. And this is deja vu. We had the same matchup last year. You were the runner-up last year. So let's see what the result is today. And we're going to wish both of you all the best luck. Here in the Science Bowl, we have 6 categories of questions. Here they are.
Okay, Mr. Z, here's today's categories. Green things, questions about plants and all things green and growing. Zoo parade, a Noah's Ark of questions about animals. Body systems, we'll see how much you know about yourself, about things like breathing and growing and digesting your food. Let's get physical. Questions that test your knowledge of physics and chemistry, earth science and space science. Then there's science potpourri. Here's a grab bag of science questions, everything from air pollution to the kitchen sink. And finally, Dateline Science. We'll ask you about science history and science in the news.
And here in the Science Bowl, we arrange our game board according to question difficulty. Easier questions on the left, 5 and 10 pointers. Tougher ones, 15, 20, and ultimately 20 for the 25, the toughest of them all. Both of our teams start out with 50 points, no penalties for any incorrect answers. And to the 2 rounds today, we will have a champion. Let's go over and make sure everything works properly before we start. Colin, could you try your buzzer? All right, it looks good. It sounds good. And how about Jocelyn? How about the green team? Looks A-OK over there as well. Guys, are you ready to play this game? Yeah. All right. 2 wonderful teams here. May the better team win. We go alphabetically on the Science Bowl, so T before Y, so Templeton and Kong. Let's play it.
Let's get physical for 15 points.
Physical for 15 points to start us out is the orbit of the Earth around the sun. Just like the orbit of the moon around the Earth is not round, but rather this E initialed shape.
Ellipse.
Templeton.
Ellipse. Ellipse.
What you got?
Ellipse.
Say it again.
Ellipse.
Is he saying ellipse? Yes. Ellipse is right. Elliptical, yes. Make sure you say nice and loud so I can hear you and the judges can hear you. Go again, red.
Body systems for 15 points.
Body for 15, all right. Scientists have discovered that eating very hot peppers, like the Carolina Reaper, can cause terrible headaches when these, the largest kinds, Yorktown. What you got? Let me go back over to Templeton here. Templeton, scientists have discovered that eating very hot peppers like the Carolina Reaper can cause terrible headaches when these, the largest kinds of blood vessels, contract in your head.
Arteries.
Arteries is right, yes. Good comeback. Go again, red.
Green 5. Green things for 5 points.
Green for 5. Whether it is fescue, zoysia, or the rye variety, a homeowner is likely to post a sign that says, "Please keep off my what?" Templeton?
Grass?
Grass, yes. You don't sound very confident about these answers here. Nice job so far. Go 85.
Body 5. Body systems for 5 points.
Body for 5. Here we go. If you don't bat, B-A-T, one of these body parts, Templeton?
Eyelid.
No. Yorktown, if you don't bat one of these body parts, it means you're not upset at what's going on around you.
Eyelash?
Eyelash is one I want to hear. Yes, indeed. Go green. Not eyelid. Go.
Body systems for 10, please.
Body systems for?
10, please.
All right, here's your question. One of our middle schools, 10 points, is the dreaded MRSA bacteria known as methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus, you don't need to know that part, oftentimes will no longer respond to what often prescribed medicines. Yorktown.
Antibiotics?
Antibiotics is absolutely right indeed. Yes, too many antibiotics out there and too much resistance among bacteria. Good answer. All right, 65, 85, green go.
Let's get physical for 5, please.
Physical for 5 points. Your question is as follows. A popular new energy drink, twice as powerful as a cup of coffee, is named for this temperature scale on which water... Templeton?
Celsius.
Celsius is right. Yeah, the water freezes at 0 and it boils at 100. Nicely done. Go red.
Zoo parade for 5 points.
Zoo for 5. Well, a pig, a goose, 2 sheep, and a rat are the featured players. The real star of the book, Charlotte's Web, is what arachnid, Yorktown?
Spider.
It's a spider, yeah. Good answer. All right, go green.
Dayline science for, let's get physical for 10, please.
That's the physical for 10 points. That question. Our Samuel T. Massey Academy here in the school system is named for a famous African-American chemist who during World War II helped convert isotopes of this U-initialed Templeton.
Uranium.
Uranium, that's right. A radioactive chemical. He converted it into liquids used in making bombs. Yes, indeed. Go red. You're at the century mark.
Dayline science for 5 points.
Dayline for 5 points. While food packages have long advertised they're gluten-free or sugar-free or contain no MSG, the newest slogans claim that the food contains a certain number of grams of this P-initial nutrient. Yorktown.
Protein?
You got that right. The more protein, the better. Yeah, muscle-building nutrient there. Go green. Nice answer.
Science potpourri for 5, please.
Potpourri for 5 points. Here's that question. Because baby eagle chicks do not have waterproof feathers, their mother has to protect them during the rain lest they get chilled and die of this. Die of what? Templeton.
Hypothermia?
Hypothermia is right. Yes, indeed. Good. Go. Red.
Green things done. Green things for 10 points.
Green for 10. In the winter, when the leaves are gone, you can identify a tree by its branches, its buds, and by this. Templeton.
Bark?
Bark is right, yes indeed. Every one of those trees has a unique kind of bark, keeps the tree hydrated and protected from pests. All right, you're up to 115, 75 for Yorktown. Good game going here. Go Kong.
Zoo parade for 10 points.
Zoo for 10. The National Zoo's new baby hippo named Poppy will never get all that large. It is what P-initial variety? Templeton.
Pygmy?
It is a pygmy hippo, absolutely right. An adjective that is the opposite of giant. And that buzzer says we've come to the end of the first round. Still a close game. Our championship match. We'll be back in just one moment. Don't go away. And welcome back to Science Bowl. As I said, this is the finale of our elementary school competition, and this is our 39th season. And as I said before, this is deja vu. The same 2 teams were here competing last year for the crown, and these schools are just so wonderful. And if you don't know these young people, if you've not seen them before, now is your chance. Let's go to Templeton and find out about the school. Kong, tell us who your principal is, please.
Our principal is Miss Robinson.
Absolutely. And she is out there rooting for you. I know she is. And you have a wonderful coach. Who is she?
Dr. Lynch.
Dr. Lynch, and she takes this very seriously. I know how much she has worked with you guys here. You have 2 alternates, don't you? What are their first names?
We have Jael Campbell and Paru Hong Rai.
Wonderful. We'll bring them out in a few moments, give them some FaceTime on this final show here. And tell us a little bit about Templeton. You are temporarily housed in the old Kenmore School. And what's it like over there this year? You having a good time?
Yep, we're having a great time.
That's wonderful. What do you want to do someday, Kong?
I want to be an IT engineer.
Wonderful. You'll be very successful, whatever it is you want to do. You're a wonderful captain over here. We always love having you here. Gabby, nice to have you back with us here. She is a safety patrol, as indicated by her sash over there. And tell us the Gabby's story. Someday, don't you want to be a pediatrician? Did I remember correctly? How'd you get interested in that?
Well, whenever I went to my pediatrician, I was interested in how well they prescribed my medicines and how well they treated me, so I wanted to do that.
Made a great impression on you. Good role models there. And you're a great role model for a lot of young people out there watching you, saying, I want to grow up to be just like Gabby and be on the Science Bowl too. What do you like about the show?
I like that it's competitive and you meet a lot of new people and you know a lot about and you learn a lot about science.
Absolutely. That's the commercial for the show. You just did it right there. Gabby, you did a super job. Dustin, nice to have you with us today. Tell us again about your future plans. What do you want to do?
When I grow up, I want to be an architect.
Architect. And I asked you before about what you wanted to design. Have you thought about that yet?
Yeah, I want to design like buildings, like skyscrapers and like houses.
Do you have you ever seen a skyscraper that you thought, wow, I'd like to make one just like that?
Yeah, I have.
Like what? Do you remember?
Well, we went to New York a few times, me and my family, and I always been fascinated in the skyscrapers over there.
Absolutely. The Empire State Building is up there, the World Trade Center, the new Freedom Tower that is up there. Absolutely. So we'll look for your signature buildings one day. Nice to have you with us, Dustin. Let's go over to Yorktown, and Jocelyn, tell us the Yorktown story. Who's your principal?
Our principal is Dr. Aiken.
And a wonderful principal as well. Tell us about your coach or coaches.
Our coach is Coach Kelm, and our sponsor is Miss Burnett.
I know they're both here with you today, and they are very proud of you guys, rightly so. Any alternates on your team? I know you got some alternates, and Phaedra and Ron help her out because I think it's a long list of names. Jocelyn, who you got? First names.
So Mary and Paula are our two main alternates, but then we have others on the team. So we have Simon, Noelia, Connor, Jalen, Landon.
Got them all?
I think.
If you think of another one, you can tell me, but you did a nice job. You didn't even need a script for that. I'm very impressed. Tell me about Yorktown. What do you like about your school?
We have a great community, and we have a bunch of fun activities that we do for like rewarding students too.
From what you've told me, I want to go to Yorktown. Sounds like a great school. Templeton too. Tell me what you want to do someday, Jocelyn.
I would like to be a pediatric endocrinologist.
Ah, pediatric endocrinologist. Two possible pediatricians up here today. Ron Gabriel, why'd you want to be on our show? What do you like about it?
I like science, and I thought it would help me in school a lot.
Yeah, and I hope it is helping you in school a lot. And once you leave Yorktown and you move on, what's your career going to look like? What do you want to do?
I want to become an engineer, but I haven't figured out like what type of engineer
Yeah,
yet.
there's so many different varieties. Today's world is difficult trying to decide what you want to do because the options are out there. You're going to be a terrific one. I just know you are. And Phaedra, how about yourself? What do you do in your spare time, Phaedra?
I play with my brother, play Legos, play in my room, take care of my bunny, stuff like that.
You keep busy. How'd you guys prepare for the Science Bowl? What's your secret sauce over there?
We do a lot of watching videos and quizzing ourselves on questions that our coach makes for us.
That's exactly what you should be doing, and you're doing a nice job here today, too. Thanks for your help on the team over there. Let's get back to our questions. Templeton 125, 75 for Yorktown. Lots of points. Oh, the high-value questions are still there. Anybody's game still. Kong, let's go.
Science potpourri for 10 points.
Science potpourri for 10 points. Your question is as follows. To protect themselves from insects, drought, and heat, plants make their own salicylic acid, which is the main ingredient in what A initial pain reliever, the first one that was ever Templeton.
Pass it to Gabby.
Okay.
Antibiotic?
Not antibiotics, no. Yorktown, what was the very first pain reliever? An A initial pain reliever. Its main ingredient is salicylic acid. We humans use it more often than any other pain reliever.
Aspirin?
Aspirin is right, absolutely right. I was wondering if you might say Aleve or acetaminophen or something like that, but aspirin is the one that has that salicylic acid. Nicely done. All right, go green.
Dateline for 10, please.
Dateline for 10 points. By spreading tartrazine, yellow dye number 5 that is used to make Doritos yellow, onto mice, scientists found that they could see right through the mouse's skin and its organs. The skin, which had been in this O initial state, Templeton.
Opaque?
Opaque or opaque, absolutely right. Good, go. All right, go red.
Science potpourri for 15 points.
Potpourri for 15. Unlike the old Hubble Space Telescope, which detected visible light, the new James Webb Telescope uses this kind of radiation. Templeton.
Ultraviolet?
Not ultraviolet, no. It is this kind of radiation on the new James Webb Telescope, Yorktown, that we know as heat.
Infrared?
That's it. Infrared is correct. Good comeback. Go. Green. Thanks, Ron.
Dateline science for 15, please.
Dateline for 15 points. All right. Babies born from January 1st of this year through 2039 are now members. Oh.
Gen Beta?
That's exactly right. Gen Beta, you are. Good. Go. You're climbing back. 20 points behind.
Zoo Parade for 15, please.
Zoo Parade for 15. Here's that question. It's a visual question. Look at the monitor in the studio, please. It is a quokka. It looks like a little stuffed bear. And it is like the kangaroo and the wallaby, a marsupial. There it is. And it is known as a macropod, meaning that it has a large pouch, large incisors, or large feet. Yorktown.
Large feet?
Large feet. Pod was your clue there. Absolutely right. You got yourself another 15 points. 135 to 130. Close game. Green. Go.
Green things for 15, please.
Green for 15 points. While fruits produce seeds for reproduction, ferns produce
spores.
Spores. Absolutely right. Spores are the ones that continue the generation. Nicely done. Go green.
Body systems for 20, please.
Body for 20. Here it is. When you hit your funny bone in your elbow, you're actually pinching what you What you got? Let's go to Templeton. When you hit your funny bone in your elbow, you're actually pinching what you initialed nerve that has the same name as the longer of your lower arm bones.
Ulna.
Ulna, right. It is the ulnar nerve. Good. Go red.
Physical for 20 points.
Again, please.
Let's get physical for 20 points.
Let's get physical for 20 points. Question. The terrible January fires in Los Angeles were fanned by Santa Ana winds that blew to 100 miles per hour because of what P initialed? Templeton?
Pass it to Gabby.
Polar vortex?
Not polar vortex. Yorktown. The terrible January fires in Los Angeles that were fanned by Santa Ana winds that blew to 100 miles per hour. They did so because of what P initialed gradient measured in highs and lows by a barometer. What you got?
Pressure?
Pressure is right. Absolutely right. A pressure gradient. Good. Go.
Dateline science for 20, please.
Dateline science for 20 points. It was Aristotle who called these C, the letter C initialed bivalves, the trees of the sea, since counting the grooves of their shells.
Coral?
No. Templeton, let me finish for you. Aristotle called these C, letter C initialed bivalves, the trees of the sea, since counting the grooves of their shells can tell you how old they are. These are clams. Clams. Try again, please. Green.
Science potpourri for 20, please.
Potpourri for 20 points. Visual. Look at the monitor if you would, please. And we have a famous picture coming up here. Many of you have seen this. This is Starry Night by Vincent van Gogh. Scientists have taken note of that, and they're disturbed because they can see what kind of T initialed violent, unsteady movements of air in the sky. Templeton.
Torpedo?
Not torpedo, no. What T initialed movement is represented in the sky by that swirling look in the sky.
Twirls?
Turbulence. Turbulence was the red. That was a tough question. Go again, please. Green.
Green things for 20, please.
Green things for 20 points. Even if no one's around when a tree falls in a forest, the sound can be heard by the nearby trees.
Timber.
No, not timber. Yorktown. Even if no one's around when a tree falls in a forest, the sound can be heard by the nearby trees because of something called the Wood Wide Web, a system of filaments made of these organisms, of which mushrooms are the best known.
Fungi?
Fungi is right. Yes, indeed. Go green.
Zoo parade for 20, please.
Zoo parade for 20 points. Your question. One of the favorite animals today of kids everywhere is the axolotl. It's an amphibian that has a big smile on its face and still has what feathery external structures. What you got?
Feathers.
Not feathers, no. What feathery external structures for drawing oxygen from the water do you find on the face of the axolotl that has a big smile? These are gills. These gills are external. Go again, please, green.
Body systems for 25, please.
Body for 25, the big one in that category. All right, one of our middle schools is named for Ernest Everett Just, a noted African-American biologist who specialized in this E-initialed branch of biology that deals with eggs, sperms, and fertilization. All right, green has rung in. What you got, Jocelyn? Bust in too quickly. Templeton, can you tell me this E-initialed branch of biology that deals with eggs and sperm and fertilization? We have a middle school name for the man who specialized in that. It is embryology. Embryology. Go again, green. Jocelyn, go.
Let's get physical for 25, please.
Let's get physical for 25 points. Big one in that category. Back in September 2024, the first private citizen ever to take a spacewalk was aboard a SpaceX spacecraft named for what P-initialed star, also Templeton.
Polaris.
Polaris is right, otherwise known as the North Star. Absolutely. Thank you, Gabby. Go red.
Super 8 for 25 points.
Super 8 for 25. Big one in that category. Despite its great size, whales that feed with baleen, B-A-L-E-E-N, a comb-like structure that filters out tiny crustaceans, those whales have a very narrow one of these body passages. Templeton?
Esophagus.
Esophagus, yes, leading down to their stomach. Good answer. All right, 3 questions left. Our score 205, 185, so anybody's game. Listen carefully. You choose Kong.
Green things for 25 points.
Green things for 25 points. More than half the water that falls onto Earth is directly returned to the atmosphere through evaporation. What you got?
Water cycle?
Not water cycle, no. More than half the water that falls onto Earth, Templeton, is directly returned to the atmosphere through evaporation of water from the soil and through this T-initial process from the world's vegetation.
Transpiration.
Transpiration is right. Yes, indeed. Good. Go. Red.
We need one more question. Dateline.
Go ahead.
Dateline science for 25 points.
Dateline for 25 points. The Blue Origin company that keeps sending payloads and people into space has 2 rockets named for American space heroes. The New Shepard. Yes?
New Glenn.
Are they?
New Glenn.
The New Glenn, absolutely right. The John Glenn is the other one. All right, last question of the game, the 25-point question. It is now thought that many of Earth's species died out 160 million years ago, not from asteroid collisions or volcanoes, but because of a super strong version of this air current. Templeton?
Tornado?
No, this super strong air current, Yorktown, it is the Spanish word for the child. El Nino. El Nino is what we're looking for here. All right, we've run out of questions, we've run out of time, and it looks like Templeton has persevered here and won a 2nd championship in a row. We'll double check that score and come back with you in just a moment. Don't go away. And welcome back. I hope you enjoyed this game at home as much as we did here in the studio. And I hope you are in as much awe of these young people as I am. I never doubt that these students can answer these questions, and they never disappoint me. They are some of our best here in Prince George's County. They are elite students. And they didn't just roll out of bed today to do this. They have been practicing all year long, and this is the result of all their hard efforts. They are all medalists. Gold medalists, silver medalists, it makes no difference. They are medalists, and we are proud of them. They are the pride of Prince George's County. Our final tally today is Templeton 255, Yorktown 200. Congratulations to Templeton for a repeat performance as a champ, and Yorktown for making the most valiant attempts, especially in the second half. We love that you guys did that. Let's go over to Kong and find out who's behind you there.
We have our assistant principal, Miss Piper. We have our alternate, Paru Hang Rai. Our amazing coach, Dr. Lynch. Our other alternate, Jael Campbell. And our principal, Miss Robinson.
And I liked amazing. You use that a lot. I like that. Jocelyn, you're amazing too, and you got some amazing people back there, and you were a trooper. You did a great job here. You never gave up, and you are the backbone of that team over there. You really made the difference today. Tell us a little bit about who's back there. You got a lot of people back you.
So we have Connor, Landon, our coach, Coach Kelm, Noelia, Paula, Mary, Jalen, our sponsor, Miss Burnett, and our principal, Dr.
I think she passes that test. She did a really nice job. Jocelyn, thank you. And thank you all for watching Science Bowl and for being with us this season. And we hope to see you possibly again. Until then, I'm Dave Zarin. Bye-bye.